Ranked Beat Saber Explained. Hello, I'm Axidation.
Hello, I am HeyApple.
Hello, I'm Big Andre.
Hello, I'm Toothless.
And in this video, we aim to explain some of the more intricate features of the Beat Saber ranking system, otherwise known as Score Saber, the calculation of performance points, otherwise referred to as PP, and also contribute some basic information and tips for you to score better.
If you're already decently knowledgeable in the basic functionality of Beat Saber's scoring system, this video is broken up so you can easily skip to the accuracy or PP calculation chapters. Please keep in mind this video is being made in April of 2021, and these features are subject to change.
Score Saber, if you didn't already know, is a mod that, once installed, links to either an Oculus or Steam profile and collects information on Beat Saber plays. This information is then used to calculate your global position relative to that of other players. This, of course, leads to a competitive nature and the foundations of a community. If you've heard of OSU, it shares some similarities to that.
Beat Saber Ranked is based, but also based on a star system, which is used as an indication of the difficulty of a level. Keep in mind, not every custom Beat Saber level is ranked, and this star difficulty is only calculated for those chosen to be ranked by the Score Saber ranking team. To simplify it down to a caveman brain level, the higher a percentage you get on a level with more stars equals a higher score overall, such as a 50 on a 5 star being of less value than a 50 on a 9 star, and a 50 on a 5 star being of less value than an 80 on a 5 star. This higher score value is represented with performance points, otherwise known in the community as PP. This will be covered to more extent later in the video. The way stars are calculated for a level is most likely determined by an algorithm. However, the details of the way stars are calculated are kept secret in order to prevent exploitation of the system and finding workarounds in order to create farm maps. If you are unsure about how to get access to these features, there are plenty of tutorial videos you can go watch, but essentially all you need is Mod Assistant, link in the description. If you need any more basic info, just look at the Beat Saber modding group ranking guide.
In order to achieve a higher score in Beat Saber, the essentials are that the straighter and more centered your cut, while having a decent sized swing, the higher individual score you get on a note. This being divided up as 70 points for 100 degrees of pre-swing, 30 points for 60 degrees of post-swing, and 15 points dedicated to the accuracy of your cut, coming to a maximum of 115 points per note. The overall score you get on a play is a percentage representation of your average note accuracy, misses and bad cuts counting as a 0-point hit. Although it might seem otherwise, the hitboxes for these notes are actually quite a lot larger than you imagine.
Before getting into the calculation of PP, I must warn you, this section does get a bit confusing. Essentially, every ranked map has a static amount of available PP. The star level multiplied by 43 being 100% of said PP, but after achieving an actual score of 100% on a level, you would get something more similar to 110% of the PP. This curve is a curve along which raw performance scores are converted to the percent of available PP, such as 90% to 86.6%. Once finding the PP percent equivalent of a score on a particular map, you multiply this by the map star level along with the number 43 to find the amount of raw PP that would be awarded. Keep in mind, taking data off these curves may be slightly inaccurate due to rounding. The reason why this raw PP calculation isn't counted towards your overall score is due to the fact that the placement of that play relative to your other plays affects its worth. It does this by multiplying the raw PP by 0.965 to the power of the placement of that play minus 1. This of course indicates that your first play is worth its full amount, the second being worth only 96.5%, the third being 96.5% to the power of 2, and so on and so forth. It will end up being a steep curve where the amount of plays is less significant, but the quality of top plays is more significant. This requires players to go for higher scores rather than many lower ones.
Here are some useful resources that could help you get started on your introduction into mining PP. Scoresaber.com is a website which contains all of the global leaderboards for Beat Saber, as well as information on ranked songs. The Scoresaber Discord is a great place to ask questions about things you can't find the answer to online. Beat Saber Replay Analysis is a series developed by Cube Community. It has in-depth guides on how to improve in different aspects of Beat Saber, such as accuracy, stamina, among other things. BeatSaber.com is a website used for downloading maps. Compared to other sites such as BeatSaber.com, BeatSaber.com allows you to sort by ranked maps specifically by star difficulty. BeatSaber.io is the website used for keeping track of specific accuracy measurements taken through its accompanying mod, as well as being a great place to compare ScoreSaber profiles. This Is My PP is a website used to generate playlists of scores you can improve on, or of levels that are around your skill level which you have not played. It is incredibly useful for PP grinding, however, it can overestimate and underestimate your skills. The Beat Saber modding group is a website that goes a little more in depth on some of the topics covered in this video, with the exception of the raw PP calculation. The Beat Saber modding group Discord is another great place for questions regarding ScoreSaber and other mods.
In this video, we attempted to sum up the entirety of Ranked Beat Saber. I hope you found this video enjoyable and educational, at least in some regard. And if you had no idea about Ranked Beat Saber, welcome to the community. Good luck to everyone, new and old, and I hope to see you on the leaderboard someday. Unless you're a quest-only user, in which case you're never getting ScoreSaber.
I'm pretty certain we won't miss any comments considering the size of this channel, so feel free to ask any questions you had. We're pretty confident on the contents of this video, but if there's anything that you found that's inaccurate, please be sure to tell us. In the ranked scene, there are a few maps that exist which allow you to achieve high PP scores fairly easily. These maps are called grind maps, or farm maps. I won't get into the details of farm maps right now, but if you want to know more about them, HeyApple has a video on his channel specifically about them. Check it out.